Infinite blessings and love, namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is Aries Soul Path reading for June of 2023. Now, I have to say that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's alright. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. If you would like to get in contact with me, feel free to drop a comment below in the comment section. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one, and the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, as it is really most appreciated, and I appreciate all of you. I would also like to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude and thank you out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much, and again, thank you so much. I'd also like to remind everyone to check your other placements, your sun, moon, and rising signs for a broader picture of what may be going on. You can also feel free to check out the mid-month readings as well as the full moon and the new moon readings that I also offer here at Om Oracle Tarot. I'd also like to mention that this time of year, beginning of May, or the end of May, beginning of June, marks the 1-year anniversary of the channel here and of me doing tarot readings on YouTube. So yes, 1-year anniversary of the channel Om Oracle Tarot, and I want to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude and appreciation out to all those who have been watching the videos, still sticking with me, still hanging out. You are really most appreciated, and I couldn't do it without you. All right. Without any further ado, please give us a message for what is on Aries Soul Path for June of 2023. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights, and I only take jumpers from the deck. And while there may be moments of silence while I may be shuffling the cards, do pay attention to anything you sense within yourself, as this is all your intuition playing a role in this reading. As we are not together in the physical, I am connecting to your energy. And in a lot of ways, it's in these moments of silence that the deeper aspect of the reading takes place within yourself, so do pay attention to those. 2 more cards, please, for our Aries. I also want to mention that if I cough, sneeze, or sniffle, I do apologize. It is allergy season, and the pollen count is out of control. So that is what it is. All right, 2 more cards, please, for our Aries. 2 cards, please. All right. All right. So we have the King of Wands, the 10 of Swords. Now, in this Pamela Coleman Smith Centennial edition of the deck, they've added 4 cards to this deck with Pamela Coleman Smith's artwork. I've left 2 of them in the deck because I felt called to. And this one, for all intensive purposes, we're calling this the Ancestors card. And we have the Lover's card. At the bottom, we have the 7 of Swords. So we have the King of Wands. I kind of feel like at the beginning of June, Aries, and take this with a grain of salt, kind of feels like you might be kind of in your ego a little bit. And perhaps feeling yourself a little too much. Now, of course, we always want to feel good about ourselves and have confidence. This isn't what I'm talking about. There's somewhere where your ego is either lashing out or projecting somewhere, and you are kind of losing energy in this way. And as I say that, I feel a lot of you know what I'm talking about. But it does appear that you are putting this to rest. And for some of you, unfortunately, this is being put to rest for you here. But it is marking the end of what you could say some toxic ego projections. And we all have these things. We all do these things. This is part of being a human and learning here. But you are, it does appear you are learning the lesson of this as this is being put to rest. And in doing so, this new day is able to dawn for you. So this is really to your benefit here. Excuse me. And with the ancestors card, your ancestors are coming in at this time, bringing a lot of love and encouragement. And your spirit team, your ancestors, the divine, whatever your path is on, coming in with messages and feelings of encouragement, sending you a lot of love at this time. They realize that this was kind of a hard hit for you in some aspects. Now, I feel like you keep moving forward really strong. You're still confident. But it does kind of have you in your feels. Your ancestors are coming in, letting you know that everything's going to be okay. You may also be receiving some foresight about the future in some of these messages in your dreams, your meditative states. So I definitely say keep a journal of these things. And again, I apologize for the coughing. And we have the Lover's card here. So in June, there's a couple things. In June, you definitely find yourself at a crossroads here. And it's kind of like you can go one of two ways moving forward, but you really can't go back here. So there are some options kind of opening up for you. And you are going to have to make a choice on the matter. And whatever you choose is going to determine a certain amount of time in your destiny here. So the next 6 months will be determined by this decision. Excuse me. Now, for a lot of you, there is this romance coming in, and this is what you're receiving this foresight on. There is this partnership kind of coming in. But this, whatever this was for you, is needed to be put to rest so that you would have this energy open to receive this romance here for you. So there is this energy of more harmony as you move forward. There's not harmony in whatever this ego projection might be for you. And this may also just be the way that you talk to yourself. You may be very critical of yourself. You're putting this to rest. This may be something as minor as when you're driving, you feel these moments of what you could interpret as road rage. Now, this is very specific, but it's these types of things. Each one of us have a different something, and so this is being put to rest here for you. And in doing so, this is opening up the space for this love to come in. This is going to require some strategic action on your part to kind of get out from underneath this and keep it at bay, to move forward without it here, because this wants to stick. This is part of our internal patterning and network of our mind. So this is going to take some diligence on your part. Now, there is, with the Seven of Wands, this can also speak of trickery and deception here. It really is not indicated as of yet, but something is telling me that it's tied into this lover's situation. And then this might be something either you or this other person are starting without fully completing, say, a past relationship. There's kind of this overlap. There's some trickery potentially here, but we'll get a little bit more information as we go a little further. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Aries Soul Path for June of 2023. Thank you. Yes. All right. Thank you. So we have Passion's Fiery Love, Bright Creative Union, White Desert Sage, and the Mushroom People. of course. So passion's fiery love. Now this card speaks of third parties here. So, like I said just a moment ago, either you or this other person has not closed out a past relationship. Well, it's not past; it's current. So this, so either someone is the third party in this situation. Is a little unclear if it's you or them or the other person's. But there is there is this taking place. So there is some trickery going on. There is some deceptive energy. But there is that going on. So there's definitely someone, or perhaps two people, that are going to feel left out when this connection kind of comes together. Now, when you meet up with this person, you're feeling very impulsive. You're kind of driven by this mutual attraction to one another. Very physically engaging connection. But again, this is also speaking of a love triangle here. So we have bright creative union here. So I feel like the universe is bringing you and this person together, even though there are still some strings attached here, because you're supposed to create with this person. And I do feel like being in a relationship with them is part of that. And sometimes the universe throws us a curveball, which is what I feel like it's kind of doing here. But I feel like you're going to be working and creating with this person to create something that's going to enrich people's life and spread love and harmony and things like this. And doing this together with this person, you and this person, your objectives are in alignment here. So this may be someone who is... you may work with this person, or you may be peers in the same avenue. But it does feel like, even though this starts a little funny, that this is a positive union, and it really is something that is meant to be. It is a little unclear if it's meant to be so that you can learn something, or if it's meant to be because it's meant to go the long haul. It is really hard to say when it starts out with a third party. We have the white desert sage here. So you are purifying your mind and your spirit of whatever this, we'll just say, ego thing. Don't take it personally. Just whatever this ego thing is. And you are kind of warding that off. You're kind of, it's like a dirty coat you can finally take off. You're also speaking your truth here. There's something, and again, it's very unclear, but there is some deception. You're able to see through this deception. So you already know what's going on. So it does appear that you might be the third party. Almost unwittingly here. But you're able to see this. But again, the energy is electric. It's undeniable. So it's like there's a part of our instinct as a human that kind of takes over. And then these feelings of love and this emotion, rose-tinted glasses, and we find ourselves, agreeing to something that we said we would never agree to, a third-party situation. Very unclear. And then we have the mushroom people. Here. So there is definitely an approaching change taking place for you. You're uncovering some of these mysteries about this deception here. But it's like it has not been revealed to you yet. But I feel like you kind of already know, but when the truth of it really hits and it's out there, you know, they know that you know, it really kind of hits in a different in a different way. So there is this discovery taking place for you. And again, the spirit is wanting you to pay attention to your visions, things that you experience in your dreams, your meditation, your visionary states, and really pay close attention to the synchronicities of things and the signs. You're going to be getting some red flags. Now, whether you pay attention to them, I feel like this person is very good with words. And when this bubbles up, they will have just the right thing to say to appease your mind for a moment. But this isn't going to go away. So let's get a little bit more information. Aries, what's going on? All right. Aries, please give us 3 cards for what is on Aries Soul Path for June of 2023. All right. 3 of Pentacles. All right. What's at the bottom here? All right. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles, a lot of Earth-based energy here on this row. So again, this is someone you work with, or again are a peer group in the same avenue, whatever. If you're an entrepreneur, or if you are an artist of one style or another. This is someone who is doing a similar something, and this is definitely somebody that you can build with. Let me just say it plain. It'll be hard to build and work with this person because they're a liar, and you've seen it. And you're trying to do mental gymnastics to be okay with it. They're like, yeah, baby, everything will be okay. That's my friend. You know, these types of things that people say, and we believe these things because we want to believe the best about the people that we've fallen for. And someone with this deceptive energy is the type of person that would take advantage of that for their benefit. But I feel like you are learning this information, and you are putting it to good use. So this person is trying to get one over on you. I do feel like you've been brought together for a reason. And again, it does feel like it is potentially to learn a lesson, but there's also something that you're going to be creating with this person that feels like it is what you're creating with this person feels important to your life's path here. So, and it is Ace of Cups. So you are really in this feeling of love here. And in a lot of ways, you are prioritizing this over what you're working on here. Whatever your craft or your business or whatever you're supposed to be working on with this person, you're prioritizing the relationship over this. So it does feel like you might be in kind of deep at this point. but you are adapting. You're adapting to this change, and I feel like there's going to be another area where you're going to have to adapt here, because I don't really feel the relationship of this going the long haul. Definitely, you can be friends with this person, and of course, you can be friends with an ex or whatever. And not everyone is meant to be together, or not everybody's meant to be together forever. So, taking these things into account here, we have the Seven of Pentacles here. So you are wanting long-term success. And in this situation, you would be cultivating a garden that is not going to bring you long-term success in the heart relationship department. Whatever you're working on, yes, this does feel like it is a successful endeavor, but the Spirit is wanting you to really think about and to work on the aspect of this that is going to have sustainable long-term results for you. It doesn't feel like the relationship part of this is sustainable, nor will it have long-term results. But what you're working on, it does feel like it will. And so this is what I feel you doing here with the Six of Cups, where you may have been giving to this person on a romantic level, your energy. It really feels like it is kind of short-lived, like it's a week and a half of June that there is this kind of romantic energy taking place. But you see the deception. They have to come clean about the deception. They try to whitewash it, but you're not buying it. And so you are changing where you're giving your energy. You're no longer giving your romantic energy to this connection. Yes, you're still working with them where you can, but you're kind of drawing a line and being like, no, this isn't okay. So good for you, Aries. All right. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is on Aries Soul Path for June of 2023. Pure medicine. Incorporate. So we have pure medicine and incorporate here. So I feel like there is something that is going to be kind of healing about, I feel like, reaching out in a romantic way. And I feel like this may be coming around just to kind of get your heart beating and get your mind on romance here. Because there is something healing about this. It kind of fills you with confidence that this person likes you, as it would anyone. This definitely gives us a boost of confidence when someone likes us. So there is this healing aspect of it, and the Spirit is wanting you to incorporate what you've learned. Even though there is like a betrayal, but I don't feel like you've known this person long enough to have been invested so deeply. But you are integrating what you've learned from this situation moving forward. And this, the energy in the reading seems like it's like this way, and then it's, well, it's like this way, and well, it's like this way. And this is what I feel you kind of doing as you assess this person. You're like, oh, that sucks. They put me in a third party situation. I really like this person. Oh, but they're very attractive, and they what they said about it really makes sense. And oh, but this and then this, and so you're going back and forth. I feel like for until you finally are like, no, this is it's not going to work for me. There is this kind of juggling of energy here. But I do feel like you definitely pull the plug on this at some point. All right, please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is Aries' inner climate like, inner landscape like on their soul path for June of 2023. Elephant, one more, please. All right, we have elephant and stick insect. So honor. So you're honoring the change, the release of whatever this was, this ego-based, whatever this is. Empathy. So when this person finally comes clean, yes, I am also seeing someone else, but I really like you, blah, blah, blah. The reason why you're having an issue is because you can empathize with them. You may have in the past been in a similar situation. And you like them and they like you, and you're like, oh, I could see how someone would do this for this connection. So you are empathizing with them, and this is where this kind of back and forth kind of goes. The responsibility. So you know you have this responsibility to yourself, to honor yourself and set kind of a higher standard. I feel like you have a higher standard, but these rose-tinted glasses has caused you to lower your standards for a moment. Now, again, this is like a week and a half. So this is, but the spirit is really wanting you to know that this is going to come in. So that almost so you can see it ahead of time, so you can get in front of this energy. And cooperation. So you are pulling the cord on any romance with this person, but you are still willing to cooperate and work on whatever you had agreed to work on. Stillness. So I feel you're definitely in your thoughts at this time. You're trying to figure this out. So I don't feel in June, I don't feel you making a lot of big moves. I feel like the June is kind of this learning period for you, and it's going to expand your awareness on some things. Discernment. So when this ego thing is kind of weeded out, it's because you can see it. You have this discernment of like, oh, this is the activities of the ego, and I'm the soul watching this take place. If I can watch it take place, then I don't really need it to exist. I obviously exist without it. You're getting this discernment of this, and this allows you to release it. You're also getting this discernment of this third party. You already sense it that's the case. You kind of already know. But you are wanting this person to be upfront with you. Composure. So this news comes in, you maintain your composure. Very important here. And I feel like even when you're kind of love struck with this person, you maintain your composure. I don't feel this person really knows how much you were actually feeling them. But you maintain. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Aries Soul Path for June of 2023. 3 cards, please. All right, thank you. It says, your doubt is your faith. If necessary, in your particular case, perhaps doubt. No, that's being kind of cheeky. Um, so, and this seems to kind of be a side note that there is something connected with your spirituality where you are having a big doubt. This is kind of this underlying energy that's kind of going on behind the scenes while all this um, life stuff is happening. In your spirituality, there's this doubt that has begun to bubble, and so you are really questioning your sense of guidance at this time. It says there are no mistakes. And we have the planets, some moons and things. So do pay close attention to the planets, the transits, the moon cycles, as this can help you out with the timing of things. And, and you can also utilize these energies to your benefit. But it says there are no mistakes here. So when this takes place and you realize the truth of it, you're definitely like, oh, I've made a mistake. And for some of you, I feel you saying, oh, I've made this mistake again. But the spirit, the divine, the ancestors, whatever your path is wanting you to know there are no mistakes. The universe looks like a chaotic system, but there's order in the chaos. So June feels a little chaotic, or like, what is even happening here? But the spirit is wanting you to know there are no mistakes. The spirit is setting you up for summer. So there's things that have to be shed in order to make space for the new. There's some things that have to be learned in order to be able to receive this new. Because you're about to come into a big new as we move into summer. It's unclear if it's August or July, but there's something big for you, and this is unfortunately necessary to get you to where you need to be, because you're really headed for a rebirth here. And this here is kind of like a death light, like a light death here. It's not full on potentially, but there are some things that must be shed here to receive this rebirth energy that's coming for you in the summer. Sometimes it bees like that. All right. Please give us 2 cards for what is on Aries Soul Path for June of 2023. All right. Balance. All right. So we have balance here. So like you're maintaining your composure, you're also maintaining your balance here. And again, when these kind of tough moments kind of bubble up, this Aries warrior spirit emerges. And this is your superpower, and this actually gives you this composure, this poise, this balance about you. At the very least, this is how it looks from the outside looking in. Very balanced. Now, I feel like as we move towards the end of June, you're feeling a lot more balanced than you are in the beginning of June or the middle of June. By the end of June, you're feeling very balanced. You finally, by the end of June, you have this sussed out. And again, this deception and stuff, again, this feels like it's probably like a week and a half in the middle of June. And we have shadow here. So you are processing, and that's essentially what is taking place. You're processing and integrating and releasing shadows here. There's a shadow. There's a shadow. Rose-tinted glasses. That is actually another shadow. So you're doing a lot of shadow work, a lot of learning. This is what June is for you. And again, I don't know if it shows up here. Let's see. Boom. All right. There's moons in their various cycles. So again, paying close attention to the moon cycles, they're going to help you out with the timing of these things. Listen to what I'm saying. It's going to help you out with the timing. Let's see. What do we got? We got a new moon on the 18th of June and a full moon on the 4th of June. You might mark those on your calendar. Just saying. All right. Please give us 3 cards for a final message. What would you like to leave Aries with for what is on their soul path for June of 2023? 3 final cards for a final parting message for our Aries. 2 of Swords. King of Swords. One more, please. All right. All right. We have the 2 of Swords, the King of Swords, the World card, and the Page of Wands. So you definitely, we have another moon here, so pay attention to the moon cycles. Just saying. Just saying. Pay attention. Because there's a choice that's going to have to be made, and you're not really going to be able to see what the right choice is. You're going to have to use your intuition. And with the King of Swords, you're going to have to use the knowledge of this truth that's coming in to make this decision. So, like I said, you find yourself at a crossroads. You have to choose one way or the other. And I feel like the final decision is when you realize that this deceptive energy is real. It's not just a paranoia. It is actually true. And you then choose your crossroads. This person is not your crossroads choice, just so that you know that. But this is setting up the conditions for you to be at your crossroads, if that makes sense. But it is this truth that is kind of lighting your way here and giving you a lot of mental clarity. And again, like I said earlier, this composure. You also have this mental composure and mental poise about you. And I definitely feel that you may deliver a pretty heavy verbal blow to this person when it comes out that this person is being deceptive. So definitely stay in your power, because that is your superpower, is that warrior spirit here. It does appear in June that this shadow period is coming to its successful completion. You've passed the tests, it feels like, for most of you, and you find yourself at the end of June, beginning of July, on your path, headed towards your purpose, and not with not in a funny style relationship. So this is really a big achievement to have passed these tests for you in June, and I feel like you probably also had some tests in May. But for most of you, you've passed the test, and you're integrating what you've learned and find more lightness in your being. The Page of Wands, you're really finding freedom as you move forward, as you finally you get the truth and you make this cut and you're like, no, I'm not settling for that. You find freedom. You've granted yourself freedom, and because of that, the universe is going to open up all these opportunities and allow you to really live your full potential. But these things had to be processed out, essentially. And these are, excuse me, we have the 8 of Swords here. So these aspects are self-imposed restriction. Whatever this ego thing is, Not pointing a finger. We all have these things, but this is a self-imposed restriction. You see it, you realize it, you release it. Now, this rose-tinted glasses is also a self-imposed restriction. But it's you that has the power to release yourself. And what I always say about this card is like this person's tied up on the beach with toilet paper. They could easily spread their arms and break free from this. But the rose-tinted glasses has it so you can't see the truth of it. But the truth will be revealed, and you will be able to release these things. And this is, you're receiving this gift of this truth here. And this is really going to have this breakthrough of this truth that's kind of coming to light for you. And this is a gift from the divine. The divine is not wanting you to suffer in this. It's wanting you to learn something, whether it's learning how to spot red flags or learning what you don't want. Either way, there is this learning and this breakthrough because of this truth. And it is actually bringing you ultimately to the 10 of Cups, to where you, in the summer, I feel you very kind of blissed out. You're having these moments of enraptured is kind of what I feel like. And there's a celebratory mode. There's no celebration here. But moving forward, you are, as you release these things, you find yourself in a very celebratory mood. I feel things start to really kick off for you at the end of June here. But it's like your cups of emotion are a little depleted here. And I feel by the end of June, moving into July, your cups of emotion are full to the brim and kind of overflowing into all these other areas of your life here. So you must be having a spiritual breakthrough as well. There's something else taking place. It's like you're replacing this doubt with bliss. So we have the Three of Swords here. So there is some pain. You are going to be dealing with some pain. I don't feel like the pain is too deep. I don't feel like it lasts for too long. But it's like nobody likes that. Nobody wants to find out that they are the third party. So, but it's like you take one of these swords out of your heart, and it's the sword of truth, and you start chopping out what doesn't belong in your life. And in doing so, you find yourself in the 10 of Pentacles. So we have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles here. So there is a big completion, successful completion of this energy, which I feel like should be a sigh of relief for you by the end of June. You're like, whew, I'm really glad that's over. Because where you're headed is this 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles type of energy. 10 of Pentacles is this long-term wealth, long-term success. This is what you have been wanting. This person is giving you short-term success or short-term returns. Either way, you're taking a short by being with this person. No pun intended. All right. So, I think that's a great place to leave the reading. Aries, I want to wish you a lot of love and encouragement. My heart really goes out to you. You are definitely up against a couple tests, but it does appear that you pass these tests with flying colors, and it kind of shoots you off into this bliss and this long-term success. And I feel that I'm being called to really reiterate the fact, reiterate, I don't even know if that's the right word, but do pay close attention to the moon cycles and the timing of these things. All right. So if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. Like I said, once again, you are truly most appreciated. And Aries, I'll catch you on the next go-round.